Hello preschool, it's Miss Alyssa here. Welcome to week 6 of occupational therapy. I'm here to show you the activities for the upcoming week beginning October 19th. I hope you guys are having a great day today. I have my bins. We're going to start with a warm-up. I have a new one that I think you're really going to like. We did it last year and everybody seemed to enjoy it. So what you're going to need for this is, I have a hot plate, it's cork. Or you can use a sturdy piece of cardboard from maybe a box, like a shipping box or something. A lot of parents used that last year and it was the same as using the cork, so it worked out. And you're going to need a quarter sheet of black paper, and you're going to need a push pin or a thumbtack, and a white crayon. So what we're going to do is we're going to write the first letter of our child's name or a shape that they're working on the black sheet of paper. I'm going to write the letter A. So I wrote an A and a white crayon. I'm going to put it right on the cork, and I'm going to take my push pin and I'm going to stabilize with my non-dominant hand and use my pincer fingers to push into the cork and make little holes along the line that I drew. So I'm going to hold that close so you can see I put little tiny holes in there. And this is great to develop hand preference because it is heavy work since there is resistance involved and you are working on a writing grasp, because in order to push this pin in, you need to use your pincer fingers. So I'm going to go all the way down along the lines. I'm going really fast, but you can take your time. And then I'm going to go across to complete my A. So you can see that I have little holes in my paper all along the lines. So we're reinforcing shape and letter formation and working on our motor skills. And when you hold it up to the light, you can see the light shine through. So it's like a little sun catcher, which is nice. And the kids really seem to like this. So that's our warm-up activity, our strength activity for this week. We're going to move on to bin number 2, and I have our craft, so we can work on cutting and pasting and all those fine motor skills that we need for success in the classroom. So staying with our fall theme, we're going to make a scarecrow this week. So you will need a pre-cut circle. I use the center of a paper plate, but you can trace a circle using your tracer on a white piece of paper as well. And we can do that in our session, or you can actually pre-cut the shape. And then you're going to need a sheet of yellow construction paper and a quarter sheet of brown construction paper. And I chose green as my accent color on his hat for a leaf. So we are going to work, you will also need markers, markers and glue and scissors as always. So we're going to work on drawing shapes and connecting lines, or connecting dots. So on all of our standardized evaluations, most of them, kids are required to connect 2 dots to form a line. So we are going to do that by making a triangle for our scarecrow hat. So I made 3 dots, and we're going to ask our child to draw a line from here to here to here and back up to make a triangle. So I'm going to make that triangle, and you want to make it big too, or at least proportionate to your circle. And if kids are comfortable drawing a triangle without the dots, that's good too. So now we're going to cut out that hat, or that triangle. Make sure you're holding your scissors the right way with your thumb in the little hole. And I'm so happy to see the progress with some of our students with cutting. By week 6, I'm very excited to do progress reports because I think as parents you will be pleased. So we have our triangle, and that will be our hat for our scarecrow. And then we're going to take our quarter sheet of brown paper and a marker, and we're going to draw skinny lines down, but make sure you hold it long ways or vertically because you want the hair on the scarecrow to be a little bit longer. So we're going to draw 6 lines down, close together, so they're skinny. So that's not going to take up your whole paper. It's gonna look like that when you're done. And then we're gonna cut on 6 lines. So we're working on cutting skills quite a bit this week. And then when we get to the end, we're gonna save that wide line for our scarecrow's hat. So you'll see when you're done, you'll have a wide strip of brown. You want to save that. Okay, and then we're going to take our little green sheet of paper, and we're going to practice that folding skill again. So this is just a quarter sheet or a scrap. Whatever you have, we're going to practice folding. So for my students who are working on folding, we're going to bring the bottom corners up to the top, press down to make a crease, and we're going to practice drawing an abstract shape to make a leaf. So I am going to make points, 3 points like this. It almost looks like a crown if you turn it this way. And then we're going to cut, while the paper is folded, we're going to cut on that crown. And you might have to pre-cut this for some of the little ones, but that's okay. Or they can just tear paper and put it on the scarecrow's hat. And you can see we have a leaf shape for the hat. All right, so we have our hair and our wide strip of brown paper and our leaf and our triangle, and we are now ready to put together our scarecrow. We also need, a little piece of orange paper. And let me grab orange paper. I have an orange scrap right here. So I'm just gonna make a little nose. I almost forgot about that. So you'll definitely need a little triangle for his nose. And you can make it bigger too. So I'm gonna put his hat on his head. We might need X's for glue, just to know how to put our scarecrow together the right way. Some kids have problems imitating visual spatial skills. So some kids might put the hat on the bottom or the side. They don't realize it goes on top, so those X's are a nice visual cue point. And then we're gonna take that wide strip of brown paper and put it on his hat, like that. And then we can add our leaf on the side, just like that. Now we're going to add his hair. So you can see I put some X's where I want glue. And I'm just going to put 3 pieces of hair on each side, but you can put more if you want. And we have most of our scarecrow together already. So now we're going to add the facial features. So we have that triangle nose. We can put that right in the middle. And again, you might need that X. His nose is a little small. I made it bigger on this one if you want. And then we're going to draw eyes. So this is actually really good practice for kids to draw a face. Some kids aren't ready to do that yet, so this is a great opportunity to practice and learn. We're going to draw eyes. So I just drew 2 circles. And just like we did with our owl last week, we put pupils in. And then we're going to practice drawing a line across or a curve or a mouth. And we made a scarecrow, so you have something else to hang on your fridge. So we're all done with that. And I think these look really cute. So we're going to clean up bin number 2. You guys did a great job with that. And I'm going to go to bin number 3. I always have my fasteners. So I know I sound like a broken record, but we're going to practice buttoning. And I hope by this week coming up that I could have some kids practice while wearing a garment. So we're going to zip. So remember, when you look for that little hole, this is the car, that's the garage, and again, we need that reciprocal movement. One hand goes down, one hand goes up. Make sure your kids are holding thumbs up. Stabilize the bottom and pull up. Now we're gonna button. And I am so happy so many kids are able to button now since we started school. It's hard to do this when you're looking in the camera. And I think the last one is here. And we are all done with button and zip. And if you have snaps, we can work on those in your session, your one-on-one session coming up this week. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. And I will email all of the supplies needed along with this video. Have a great day.